On the Rockets side, I think this is a great move. They went 41-41 last year. They're probably one piece away from making the playoffs, which I think is pretty safe to say. And they would bring in that piece because right now they have a lot of young players who are still trying to figure it out. You bring in Randall, you add one more veteran player aside from Dylan Brooks and Fed VanVleet to come out there, help these young players develop well, know what it takes to compete, know what it takes to win, and also have a steady production. Randall put up 25 and 10 on the Knicks. And I say steady production, not necessarily because of his numbers, but because he's been in the league for so long, you can expect it out of him. Jalen Green, he's a third-year player. Reed Shepard's a rookie. You can't necessarily say I can count on Reed Shepard to give me 20 points a night because he's a rookie at the end of the day. But with Randall, you can. And I think having that stability and also that vet leadership to help develop the younger players is going to allow for the Rockets to compete day in and day out, as well as grow their young core. I think this is an A-plus move if you're the Rockets and a really, honestly, A-plus move if you're the Knicks, if you just don't feel like Randall's the right guy for your team. At the end of the day, I think this is a trade that could happen and honestly should happen if the Knicks don't think they can play with Randall on the roster. I think they can make it work, but if they for some reason don't, I would go through with this trade. Thank you guys for listening. Let me know what your thoughts on those moves were and if I should continue to do some reactions. Thank you guys, and please subscribe. Tua Tagovailoa just got paid $212 million over 4 years with $170 million guaranteed. At the end of the day, it'd be nice if the Dolphins were able to negotiate that contract down to 160 over 4, paying him $40 million because he's not top 5. He's not a top 10 quarterback in the league. But the reality of the situation is the Dolphins had to pay him that much money because they had no leverage. Tua Tagovailoa is very vital to this offense. You can't just put any quarterback in there and say, well, they can compete because they tried that. They put Skylar Thompson in, they put Teddy Bridgewater in when Tua was injured, and neither one of them were able to propel this offense the way Tua was. So although he might not be a game wrecker like Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, he does help this offense play a lot better than what they can do without him. On top of that, if they decide to wait on a contract, right, wait till next season, see how this offseason or see how this season plays out and then pay him next offseason, he was more than likely going to lead into the playoffs again. And at that point, the contract would just continue to rise because you get paid the highest amount as a quarterback now. You get paid whatever the top quarterback was making previously, you get paid a little bit more than him. So Dak Prescott would have signed. Brock Purdy could possibly sign. Other quarterbacks can name contracts, making that salary per year to just increase and increase. So why pay him more and wait one more year when you can just pay him now and pay him a little bit less than what you would next offseason? And then you could also say, well, we could have waited for a quarterback, right? Let's just draft one. Well, there's no guarantee any of those quarterbacks are going to work out. And on top of that, the 2025 draft's a lot more uncertain than this 2024. Entering the college football season last year, we knew Caleb Williams was generational. We knew Drake May was going to be really special. This year, I think Quinn Ewers is good. I think Shedeur Sanders was good, but there's no guarantee. They don't have as much hype as Drake May and Caleb Williams, but there's no guarantee those guys are game changers. And on top of that, you can't just say that one of those quarterbacks, even if they were a quote unquote a generational quarterback, would even pan out because the NFL is a different animal. So you never know what can happen. So you have to take what you can get sometimes. And Tua puts you in positions to win games. He's gone to the playoffs several times with the Dolphins. At the end of the day, you had to pay him because he's their best option. Again, you can play the what if game and say, well, what if we sign a quarterback? What if Dak Prescott becomes available? There's no sure thing he is. Reality situation, he probably won't be. Most likely the Cowboys will pay him and keep him around. So the Dolphins had to do this move because Tua wins games with them. And if they were to move off of him right now, they're not in a position to bring in a quarterback that will propel them and become better than Tua this year. And there's no guarantee there's going to be a quarterback next season that's going to help put him in a better position to win. Tyreek Hill likes him. The wide receivers like him. The team likes him. You have a lot going for him. So although he might not be that guy, you had to pay him. You guys let me know your thoughts. I'll give you a full review as I have some more time to think about it, but I want to give you my instant reaction. Thank you guys for listening.